Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure throwback showcase and review, we're going to be looking at the War for Cybertron. This is Siege Thundercracker. So in this video, we're going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes, help you decide how you want to display him. We're going to have a look at his accessories and how you can use them in both modes. And we're also going to look and see how he scales up against other Seekers in other toy lines as well. Now, before we get started, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please. And also to dedicate this video to Jake at the Transformers shop. I know you love this figure, buddy, so I hope you like it. Let's also look at the packaging, because what's great, let's be honest, is we haven't looked at these in years. It's actually quite scary how many years have gone by since Siege happened already, and this is where they really started to up their ante with the packaging. This is beautiful. So of course they just finished the Prime Wars trilogy. They went on to these, so we went on to boxes rather. Oh no, the Voyager class were always in boxes, but just look at it. The artwork on the side is stunning. We've got the individual character on one side, and then we've got the actual Siege artwork on the other. He is a Voyager class figure, and he is completely compatible with Battle Masters as well as any other figure, because he's got 5mm ports. The instructions were also great as well. I loved these, and what also I think was really special about these figures is the fact that they had things like battle damage on them. The other cool thing is, if I'm being totally honest as well, and I've said this on other videos, I had zero intention of pretty much collecting most of Siege figures. My collection was full to the brim then already, but then I saw this, and I know this isn't a full tetra yet, you know, with the point which you saw in the first ever cartoon, but because it was something I'd never seen before, I was instantly hooked straight away, and of course started to buy these. The only thing that ever it's not surprised me, shocked me, or I couldn't understand is there was a cockpit, and of course you wouldn't expect humans to be on Cybertron anyway. But look, it's beautiful. It's got battle damage on it, which I think was something quite new and revolutionary at the time. So they looked battle worn, they looked, yeah, used, a bit like I suppose some of how Star Wars was so effective when it first came out. You know, they weren't brand new, they weren't gleaming, they weren't super shiny. They looked exactly that. They looked worn, tired out, etc., and they look great with the blasters. Now again, because it's a 5mm port, if you wanted to, you can borrow anybody's weapons and you can start to put them in to completely power them up. And also they are blast effect compatible, which again is brilliant. So you can do loads of different things, and anybody who's better at doing photos than me will be able to do a much better job than that. Now it is a Voyager class figure, but because it's all sort of, I suppose, built in and around the middle, it is quite a bit smaller than your normal jet that came out in Earthrise. So yeah, you can really see the size difference, but it's quite a bit thicker, and of course with a lot less hollow parts. It, however, definitely does deserve to stay in the Voyager class, because there's quite a big deluxe, and of course it is quite a bit bigger than that. And of course this came out a few years later, but as you can see, it is nowhere near a leader class figure size. So to be honest, because we've seen loads of these, this is just a quick, as I say, look at Thundercracker. I'm going to leave it at that, at the alternate mode. We're going to come right back and have a look at the robot mode. Okay, then back for the final time with him in his robot mode, and this is of course how I've had him on display for the past 6 or 7 years, and it looks again really good. I think the fact I've already touched on this, the battle damage just sets him apart, and it really does make these figures sort of stand out from the others, which I think is great. And it looks like some of it's going to chip off, or you expect to get some of the markings on your hands, but of course you don't at all. The head sculpt is brilliant, it is beautiful. It's actually got some light piping going through into the back, you can see there on the red. It is fully articulate, you can go all the way around, you can make it look up and down, which is great. The wings, again, you can maneuver around yourself, so you can spin the arms all the way around completely unrestricted. You can take the wings out to the side, up and down, there's loads of movement. The shoulders are pretty much butterfly joints, to be honest. You can swing these out like so. You can't come back the other way, but you can swing them right the way out. You've got swivels on the shoulders, double bend on the biceps, which you can come all the way back up. And the wrists, oh no, does it spin? Yes, the wrist spins as well, which you can see, so fully articulate there. You do have waist articulation as well. There's no ab crunch or ab tilt, but you do have the swivel, and the legs will kick all the way forward. This isn't a hip skirt, it's part of the actual thing, so it moves with the actual way the leg moves. There's a bit of restriction, in fact that's a bit of a fib, there's quite a lot of restriction going back unless you angle the leg out of the way. There is a thigh cut, a knee bend, ankle tilt, rock, toe tap, loads of things. Again, I suppose pretty much all what you'd expect from a Voyager class sized figure. Translucent plastic on which is now again the cockpit on the front. That's again, I just realized obviously we've got that cockpit and then that at the front, so maybe shouldn't have had like a human cockpit at the front, but I'm just being a little bit picky. The blasters or the weapons, I'm not too sure what to call them, because of course Starscream's got the patent pending on the null rays. They're only available for him, so these can be used brilliantly either in the hands like so, but let's be honest, there's no way on this planet I had him displayed like that. You can, I'm going to show you in a second, but you can, if you wanted to, you could pop them on to the back of the wings. This is the beauty of these toys. This is the beauty of when you've got 5mm ports, and this is why bot bender etc is so good, because you can just stick and attach parts to it. You can even put them on the forearms if you want. I don't even think I've seen this. I don't think it's supposed to. I think that's just a screw hole, but that doesn't look too bad. But of course they are supposed to go on the shoulders, and that is where they do look the best. And again, of course, they are completely blast effect compatible. So compared to your Voyager class Earthrise, he is, I think they were a fraction taller, and yes, you can see that they are in fact just a little smidgen taller. Even so, they have the cone heads as well. I'm not too sure. Let's pop him on this side. It's so cool that we're getting new ones, but I gotta say as well, guys, just while I'm thinking about it, oh yeah, he's taller than the cone heads as well. I think, or I'm hoping, shall we say, that we get, oh maybe not now, because they've done a dramatic capture with a reflector, but I'm hoping that they do a dramatic capture like they did with Jazz. I'm just bringing some other figures in now to give you an idea of scale, like they did with the Origins Jazz and Wheeljack. I was really kind of hoping that they would do an Origin Seekers with a really pointy sort of tetra jet. So maybe they won't do it because they've just done the reflector pack. That's a little pipe dream of mine that's now gone, but I think it would have been amazing if they'd have done that. To be honest, guys, I don't really think there's much more to say about this guy. It is great, and because it's a Seeker, it's got multiple uses of molds, even partial retools to make, I think it was Shockwave a couple of years ago as well. But I just wanted to do this video very quickly, share the figure with yourselves, and especially for Jake. So once again, hope you enjoyed this, buddy, and you guys too. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care.